EA Sports to the game.
To Ubers, your favorite outlaw here with Outer Heaven Tactical, where soldiers can be soldiers, and it is 2A all day. This episode is going to be the second in the series of What Are You Compensating For? My average size P365 and will once again be a Norsso focused episode with the Norsso Reptile C Slide making another appearance with the ported barrel setup along with the Empire Javelin recoil system. Started, I'd like to thank Norsso for sending me out the slide, the ported barrel, and their BB comp. Everything has been fantastic so far, and just because they sent me these items for the reviews does not mean I am biased in any way, shape, or form. These will all be 100% honest opinions of my experience with the products that they sent me. But A+ gold star for them. Their products are great, and thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Heard of Norsso yet or haven't watched my previous video, you got to check them out. I'll leave a link down below for their website. They're based out of Las Vegas, and they make exquisite slide work, awesome barrels, a great compensator, and they are definitely moving towards making more of these items too. They mainly concentrate on SIG, Glock, and CZ. But all of their products are phenomenal, and they do have like clearance bin and blem stuff if anybody's looking for some budget things as well. But go ahead and check out their website, and there's definitely something on there for everybody. So the Norsso Reptile C Slide is $489, and with this you get just the strip slide, and then there are options for you to add iron sights, add an optic to it, which is the RMSC footprint or the RMR-CC footprint for anybody who wants a choice in that, depending on what optic you have. You can also get the OEM slide internals for I think $169 added in. All this stuff can come separate, or you can have them install everything on its before it gets there. You can also get a hardened battle finish alongside their original finish here. This is an expanded Reptile OG design, and it is very rugged, aggressive, and focused design. It's got aggressive top serrations and a sawtooth pattern for easy slide manipulation, especially if you're one that likes to put your thumb over the top of it for press checks or anything. You know, that serrated top end there really does a good job of catching a lot of grip for you. Now it's not I carry it at 3 o'clock and in the waistband, and I haven't had any issues with it being too aggressive, not hurting me, roughing up my skin or anything like that. But it is on the upper aggressive tier in that scale of things, yeah. So it's got the Norsso signature 3D dynamic slide windows that are created from a complex CNC surfacing with a multifaceted contoured front and rear corners. And also this slide is tuned for metal optics. They do say that you should use a metal optic with this slide, and that you shouldn't run it with just iron sights or a plastic optic, because it could have issues maybe with failure to feeds or failure to eject. Now I've got almost 1,000 rounds through the slide with different setups, but I've ran it without an optic on it and just iron sights, and I didn't have any issues with it. Not to say that somebody else might, I don't know that for sure, but I'm just saying in my experience, I haven't had any issues with it at all. Machined from solid 17.4 precipitated hardened steel, hardened burlap steel, actually, sorry. And with the slide, if you want to add a barrel too, you can. They come in black, gold, and stainless. And ported or non-ported, and satin. You can have a satin one for all those colors as well. Now you can get this slide, they offer it in the 3.1 inch, and they do offer it in the macro size, the XL size 3.7 inch. This is the 3.7 inch that we are seeing here, and it's definitely, it's a little, there are some small differences between the 3.1 inch and the 3.7 inch, but basically they are the same. Manipulating the slide is a breeze because of all the serrations and all the cuts on it. And I tell you what, the thing is just beautiful, especially when you see it in the sun. The finish on it is really clean, really awesome, very grabbing, and it's definitely worth the price. They put a lot of work into these slides, and obviously you can see that their imagination is pretty wild with their designs. This one, the Reptile one, kind of reminds me of the Xenomorph from Aliens, which is one of my favorite movie of all time is Aliens, and so it really kind of definitely grabbed my attention. But I mean, the thing screams grip. Like, you can't lose grip on it. It's hard to. The rear serrations are not quite as aggressive as the rest of the slide, but they still provide plenty of grip to grab and hold on to. But the little scalloped front serrations are really nice. They're pretty deep on it, so it does provide quite a bit of surface area for your fingers to grab onto. Along with those little side windows are perfect for your fingers for press checks and for slide racking. That's basically what I use to rack the slide, is them little dimpled windows, because they're just fantastic for it. Now the barrel has been absolutely on point and accurate. I've never shot a porta barrel until this setup, and I've been wowed by it completely. You know, I was all about obviously compensators for this series, but I had to throw this porta barrel in there just to say, what's a compensator? You know, now I'm like, I'm not even compensating anymore for anything, because I'm ported. I port everything. I ported my dog. I ported my car. I'm porting everything. You know, so I ported my everyday carry knife. You know, everything's getting ported now, but it's been fantastic, especially combined with that Empire Javelin recoil system. I highly recommend this as well. The OEM recoil system it leaves a little bit to be asking for. It's a little gritty, it's just not quite as smooth as I prefer my actions to be. And the Empire Javelin system really cleaned that up, and is extremely smooth action, and is very easy to rack. And it really helps with the recoil too. I've used it without the porta barrel or compensator, and it definitely shoots a little softer with that system, and it's just super smooth. I gave it a good polish job with some flits too, even though it's already pretty polished out of the box, and it's just been fantastic. No issues, no failure to feeds, no failure to ejects, and the porta barrel is just awesome. It's literally like, what is recoil? I've never experienced it before. I don't know what you guys are talking about with recoil, because this thing shoots so flat, and with the Javelin system it shoots so soft that I've been wowed. I remember the first couple shots that I fired, I was just like, wow. I stopped and I was just like, wow, like that's amazing. That is amazing. Now, a lot of people are going to ask about velocity and the loss of velocity and all that stuff, and let me just put all that to rest now. All ammunition and all ported barrels, as long as it's not over-ported, like, you know, you're drilling holes in everywhere which way, you are only losing 30 to 50 feet per second average. Not even, probably 30 feet per second average, really. Which is not a lot when we're talking 1,200 feet per second, 1,100 feet per second. So you're really not losing that much velocity. The bullet has already left the barrel by the time those ports are evacuated. Well, I mean, the bullet's already left the barrel when just a little bit of the gas has creeped out. Because you think about it, you know, the bullet goes out, and once it gets past the ports, that's when gas starts coming out. But that bullet is traveling very fast, and it's gotten most of its velocity already before that gas even goes out. So there's no worries about that at all. And for this setup, I definitely recommend it for everyday carry. Like I said, with just this setup alone, I've gotten, with the Empire system and everything, probably 500 or 600 rounds through it. Not a failure to feed, not a failure to eject. With the OEM recoil system, same thing. Another 300 or 400 rounds through that. No failure to feeds, no failure to ejects, no malfunctions at all. This gun has been flawless and it's been fantastic except for its stupid trigger. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. So anyway, where were we? Yeah, that's right, the ported barrel. Fantastic. So like I said, everyday carry. If you're looking for something to really mitigate your recoil in an everyday carry, I definitely recommend the ported barrel because it's just, the compensators don't even come close. They really don't. I would put this at 50 to 60% reduction in recoil, and the next contender for compensators is only at like 30% on this platform. So definitely, if you're looking for the most in recoil reduction, and you don't have to add anything to the end of the pistol, so you're not having any extra weight for the compensator or anything like that, it's definitely the way to go. And with the Empire system, it shoots super soft, and it shoots soft without it too, but paired it with that Empire javelin system, it shoots super soft, super fast, and it's hard not to want to shoot fast when you're out in the range. Bill drills, I'm doing bill drills in less than 2.5 seconds with it, and a grouping of like, the size of a softball, maybe a little bigger than a softball, and that's at 7 to 10 yards most of the time. But the ported barrel's just been fantastic. I highly recommend it. Like I said, 2 thumbs up. Norsso, you guys are awesome. Thanks again for sending it out. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. And please, it's real easy. Go for the like button. Go for the subscribe button. I've got more episodes coming up. The 3rd episode is going to be the Harrington HC365, followed by the M Carbo Comp, and then the new True Precision True Lock compensator. And finally, last but not least, the Radian Ramjet and Afterburner. So stay tuned for that stuff coming up. I've also got some other videos in the works. We've got some more Echelon videos coming out. And I've got the G3 Icarta Systems Target review coming out as well. So plenty on the board coming up. Like I said, like, subscribe, helps everybody out, helps me out. And we will catch you the next time. And just remember that if you keep giving up all your rights, folks, you're not going to have anything left. So 2A, all the way.